Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5 tonight, a meeting in Sunnyside could impact a public employee. We are following the very latest developments. Plus, a new principal and a new school year in Toppenish. We hear from the new leader about his approach to helping students. And with staffing shortages, hiring freezes, and a lack of funding at Oregon DMVs, we'll tell you how it could impact residents. And here's a live look outside from our SkyCam network. Hayden Nix is in for Stacy Lee tonight, tracking fire conditions in the region. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
We begin with breaking news as we come on the air tonight, live at 5. Take a look at your screen right here. Several fire agencies are at the scene of a wildfire along East State Road 397. This is in the Findlay area. The fire is spreading rapidly and firefighters are working hard to contain the flames. And that's where you find my co-anchor Austin Reed. He is there live at the scene of the fire. He just finished speaking with fire officials. So Austin, what are you learning out there?
Hi there, Wendy. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, we are right off at 397 here in Findlay. This fire broke out right around 4:20 this afternoon. I am standing in the parking lot of Columbia Place LLC. And Wendy, I did get a late-breaking update literally within the last minute. Firefighters tell me that the progression of the fire has been contained. So that is some very good news. Again, this is just within the last few seconds. We do want to point out that a number of fire agencies are out here, from Benton County Fire District 1 to Fire District 4. Benton PUD actually just arrived on the scene. We've got Pasco Fire. We've got the Benton County Sheriff's Office. Here is what I know. No evacuations are in effect for any of the residents in this area other than the one home that is impacted. Firefighters tell me that somebody was mowing late this afternoon right outside their property, just a little bit farther away from me here in this area, and that's what started the fire, a lawnmower. Let's go to some video from when we arrived to the scene right around 4:30, and man, there was a lot of flames. The smoke was just billowing into the air. Firefighters, though, worked through extreme heat. They are still working through extreme heat. So they're going to be out here for a number of hours. We don't know on the condition of the house. Is it a total loss? We're not sure yet. We do know that people were inside the house when the fire broke out. Luckily, they made it out okay. If you are going to be coming down 397 in this area, watch for a lot of the fire units out here. Watch for the smoke and use caution. That is the very latest reporting live here in Findlay on this Friday afternoon, early evening. I'm Austin Reed, Apple Valley News Now. Wendy, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Austin, thank you so much for that update. Continuing coverage now, a special meeting is set to take place in Sunnyside tonight at 6 o'clock in about an hour. On the agenda, an executive session to evaluate the qualifications of an applicant for public employment or to review the performance of a public employee. Now, the city says possible action may be taken at the conclusion of this session. While we don't know what the meeting is about exactly, here's what we do know. We know Sunnyside's city manager, Mike Gonzalez, was placed on paid administrative leave back on June 2nd. Since then, Gonzalez filed a tort claim seeking compensation for injuries, emotional pain, and financial loss, claiming he was harmed by actions of others within city government. There is also an ongoing dispute between Councilmember Teresa Hancock and Human Resources Manager Irving Brown, both of whom have filed complaints against one another and restraining orders. So make sure you stay with us for the news at 6, and we'll bring you the very latest developments on this story. Oregon DMV offices are struggling with severe staffing shortages that are forcing some locations to close. Staffing shortages and hiring freezes are forcing the Milton Freewater DMV to close August 27th. Residents now must travel to Hermiston or Pendleton for services. Well, some transactions like car registration renewals can be completed online through DMV2U. Others, like adding a real ID, still require an in-person visit. The Oregon Department of Transportation says the state has the same number of DMV staff it had 25 years ago, but now serves 800,000 more people.
Oregon DMV has been severely understaffed for years. Basically, we've had roughly the same number of staff that we've had 25 years ago, and that number is set by the Oregon legislature. But that same number of people is now serving about 800,000 more Oregonians.
Crabb says a hiring freeze and lack of funding make it difficult to fill critical positions. She warns more closures could happen, but says they are exploring options to help keep smaller offices open. Time now for a first look at your weather forecast with Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee tonight. Temperatures have continued to climb this week, so we want to find out more about what's in store for tonight and what the weekend will bring. Hayden?
Well, we finally made it to the weekend, and you may have noticed, as we have talked about all week, it's a little bit warmer out there. And if you're heading out and about this evening, temperatures are still going to be holding in the 90s during the 6 o'clock hour, and it's not going to be until 8 p.m. when we finally drop into the mid-80s. And notice by 10 o'clock in the mid to upper 70s, so temperatures not getting quite as cool as the previous nights. Notice we'll still get some 50s in here for overnight lows, but there are more lower 60s coming out on the map there. For this weekend, we do anticipate the big warm up as we have been discussing, that ridge of high pressure settling in, especially on Saturday, looking at those readings, flirting with the mid and upper 90s, a few low 100s possible, and then by Sunday, definitely looking at some triple digit readings in the forecast. Something that we also mentioned is this is going to be one of those where we have an extreme heat warning that's in effect starting this weekend through next week, as triple digit temperatures will be possible for several days, but some relief is in sight. We'll talk more about it coming up.
All right, Hayden, thanks so much. For more than 50 years, state and federal agencies have been managing a complicated groundwater system in the Pasco Basin. Now, changes are on the way that could impact local farmers and irrigators. So back in the day, the state handed out permits to use groundwater in the basin, but those permits were never turned into permanent water rights, mostly because no one could agree on who actually owned the water or who should be in charge of managing it. However, recently, officials have redrawn the boundaries of the basin. So the next step is a 3-year study to figure out how much water is really there. And that will help decide whether old permits could finally become official rights and if new ones can be handed out.
We have some entities, water right holders out there that are asking the question, well, as the Bureau moves forward, as there are more efficiencies in the system, what happens to our groundwater wells?
Other big questions remain, like who will be in charge of the water, whether new fees might be added, and how these changes could affect farmers already using it. The Columbia Center Mall in Kennewick is helping students get back to school in style with a big party on Saturday. Columbia Center's Back to School Bash is set to take place in front of Macy's at Center Court from noon until 2 tomorrow. Students can check out an interactive event showing the latest fashions, participate in a backpack donation drive, play with the Quake dinosaurs, and even get a chance to meet Miss Tri-Cities. If you would like to donate a backpack, Journeys Kids, Dick's Sporting Goods, Macy's, and Tilly's are all participating. You can buy a backpack from those shops and donate it to a student in need. Well, some kids are getting ready to start school next week. Students at the Yakima National Tribal School in Toppenish are already wrapping up their first week. The high school has about 135 students and just welcomed a new principal, Bulmaro Ruiz. He says his focus this year is building relationships, making sure students feel supported both in and out of the classroom.
In education, we've shifted towards kids being a number, kids being a test score, kids being an IEP, just kids being a name on a piece of paper, and I'd like to kind of like build everything on relationships, right? Like those hierarchy of needs, make sure that we're creating a safe environment, somewhere where they feel accepted and cared for and loved.
Ruiz says improving attendance is another top goal, and the school is also planning more cultural activities and career prep classes to help students succeed after graduation. In health news tonight, the Providence St. Mary's Medical Center in Walla Walla is set to open its renovated cardiac catheterization lab next week. The medical center says it was time to upgrade its cath lab to a state-of-the-art facility. The lab added equipment that will help improve diagnostic imaging accuracy and reduce radiation exposure for patients and caregivers. The medical center is preparing to open its doors to the public next Monday.
Working with your local cardiologist to get referred. If you need additional testing or things, they'll be able to refer you to our cath lab if need be. But right now, our physicians and cath lab team are getting trained on the new system to be able to open it up to patients.
The medical center is located at 401 West Poplar Street in Walla Walla. The FBI conducted a search at former National Security Advisor and Trump critic John Bolton's home and office today. Washington correspondent Julia Benbrook is at the White House with the very latest.
We are learning from sources familiar with the matter that the Friday search of former National Security Advisor John Bolton's home and office is related to information in a book he published several years ago. Here's what we know. The FBI carried out a court-authorized search of Bolton's home and office. It stems from a now resumed investigation into whether Bolton disclosed classified information in his 2020 book. The book included material that was initially cleared for publication by career officials at the White House. Now, when asked about the search, President Donald Trump, who fired Bolton during his first administration, criticized Bolton, but said he knew, quote, nothing about it.
He's not a smart guy, but he could be a very unpatriotic guy. I mean, we're going to find out. I know nothing about it. I just saw it this morning. They did a raid.
During his first term, the president threatened to jail Bolton after he claimed in his book that Trump was woefully underinformed on matters of foreign policy and obsessed with shaping his media legacy. The public nature of this FBI search, with key officials appearing to draw attention to it on social media, has already led some to speculate if the search may be related to political retribution. At the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.
And shortly after news of the search broke, Bolton said he was unaware of the FBI activity and was looking into it further. Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on our coverage of the FBI raid at John Bolton's home and Eric Menendez as he loses his chance for parole. Then be sure to stay with us for the news at 6 as our very own William Albert speaks with the new principal of the Yakima Nation Tribal School, sharing the expectations of students as they return to the classroom. Coming up next, though, here on Apple Valley News Now Live at 5, we are taking you out to the Rascal Rodeo, and we'll tell you why it's an adaptive experience. Also, Hayden is back with your full first alert weather forecast as we head into the weekend. Gonna be a toasty one. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
I'm attorney Brian Smith.
And I'm attorney Megan Hale.
For 30 years, Tamaki Law has been your choice as the firm that fights for the justice you deserve.
Thank you for voting Tamaki Law as Yakima Herald's first choice for personal injury and civil law firm.
And Megan Hale as best attorney.
And the Business Times as the best overall attorneys.
We are honored to serve this community.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's summer event time.
Best deals of the year.
My favorite season of the year.
Why? Is it the flowers, honeybees?
Mud. See, Bronco and Bronco Sport make every adventure more epic.
Because they come with GOAT modes. Goes over any type of terrain. Like mud.
They sure do like mud.
Lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley
and Nob Hill Casino,
where the locals play.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. New 2025 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Step right up for a fast ride free with BFT to the Benton Franklin Fair. 6 park and ride spots to concerts and more.
Welcome back, everybody. The Rascal Rodeo comes to the Benton Franklin Fairgrounds on Saturday morning. Celebrating its 15th year, the Rascal Rodeo gives adaptive rodeo experiences for those with intellectual and developmental disabilities for all ages. Founded in the Tri-Cities, this is their home rodeo, and just like the rest of their events, it is free.
And it's open to all ages. We've had a 2-year-old, we've had a 92-year-old. It was started to give the people with special needs an opportunity to experience the Western way of life, but it's more than that. We've had people say their first words ever in life after coming and riding horses with us. We've discovered that people have never even played in dirt before, and now they get to come play in dirt after riding a horse.
How cool is that? Well, taking place from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. Saturday morning at Horse Heaven Roundup. Volunteers, both human and horse, are welcome and needed. Eastern Oregon Trade and Event Center in Hermiston is welcoming riders and horse enthusiasts this weekend for a full slate of obstacle and trail challenges. The 3-day competition starts Friday today with an in-hand event where horses are led through a course without a rider. Saturday features 2 obstacle courses testing mounted riders with a variety of challenges of all difficulty levels that riders can choose from. And then on Sunday, teams will head out on a trail challenge, navigating judged obstacles along the way. The event also features awards ranging from ribbons to belt buckles, recognizing riders and horses across multiple levels.
You go on a 5 to 6 mile trail ride. Along the trail, you'll come to a judge and an obstacle, and you'll participate in that obstacle. It might be crossing water. It might be just picking up a bucket and carrying it from one spot to another, because sometimes you need to do that on a horse. Real things that you might run into on the trail.
How about that? Well, the competition also includes a Saturday night potluck for riders and their families to gather outside the arena. Organizers say the event welcomes all breeds and riding disciplines, making it a true test of skill and partnership. The weekend of events kicks off Saturday at 10 a.m. On a sports note tonight, bikers begin racing in the Lumberjack Nationals at the Columbia Basin BMX track in Richland. Roughly 550 racers compete Friday alone, ranging from age groups starting at just 1-year-olds to a 60-plus division. The Lumberjack Nationals is a part of the USA BMX circuit, with racers coming from all over the west side of the United States, as well as some from Canada. Helping bring the event to the Tri-Cities, were race partners. Visit Tri-Cities as well as the City of Richland.
We do charge for parking, but other than that, it's free to come in and watch, and you are going to see some exciting racing action. On top of that, if it's something that your kiddos want to get involved in, or maybe you yourself want to get involved in, right? BMX Racing League is the best way to get involved. We have a new beginners class starting up this next Friday, and we'd love to have more people from our community to come out here.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Qualifying races have started, and racing will continue throughout the weekend.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, if you don't have any plans this evening, I highly recommend going out to the fair. We only have tonight and tomorrow before it all wraps up. And temperatures are going to be a bit warmer this evening if you have been going out the last several evenings. We're starting that first day of the big heat wave that's coming our way over the weekend and next week. Mid-90s at 6 o'clock this evening, but just before sunset, we should be able to drop down into the mid-80s, and then by 10 o'clock into the 70s. Now, if you head out tomorrow for the final day, notice we'll start out in the morning in the 60s, around 8 a.m., low 80s by 11 a.m., and then we continue to climb. And here in the Tri-Cities area, likely locking into the upper 90s to near 100, but we should stay just shy of that century mark for at least one more day. But we are trending towards some hotter conditions. Notice here on the 7-day temperature trend, I'll step out and show you the full scope of it. Multiple days of triple-digit temperatures will be possible, but notice that this is not going to be a long-lived situation. By Thursday and Friday, we do expect those readings to finally start to show a break in that pattern with mid to lower 90s on tap. But until then, with the triple-digit readings expected to be a multi-day setup here, we do have the National Weather Service putting out an extreme heat warning for that reason, and this is in effect from tomorrow through Wednesday for all the areas highlighted in that magenta color. That's the extreme heat warning. Anything else in that other color there that you see, kind of that salmon color, that is going to be a heated advisory. So certainly something to pay attention to this weekend. Make sure to stay cool and hydrated, and also take plenty of breaks if you have to absolutely be out there during the peak heating of the day, but try to get things done early in the morning and late in the evening. I do have some good news though. We are going to see, as I mentioned, some breaks coming our way towards the middle of next week, but we are going to see maybe some moisture to work with. It's not a lot, but hey, you got to look at the silver lining in the clouds here. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, no rain chances, but Monday, starting next week, all the way through at least the middle part of next week, small rain chances, but hey, it's something. This is going to be mostly inclined to the higher elevations of the Cascades, so we'll certainly keep an eye on that, because there is going to be something else to monitor too. With these storms, you could get lightning with very low humidity in place. We could see some maybe lightning strike starting some fires out there, so hopefully we don't, but we'll just have to make sure we're watching that closely. Temperatures tonight, as I mentioned, will be in the upper 50s to lower 60s, not quite as cold as we have been. 57 in the Tri-Cities area, 62 in Hanford, 61 in Walla Walla to 58 in Pendleton. Tomorrow, the overall view shows temperatures cruising up there to the upper 90s. There will be some lower 100s on the map. That certainly will be a possibility. And if not tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be tested for the Tri-Cities area. 91 though by Friday. Don't want to hold that out from you. Sunday for Yakima, 100, 101 Monday. We could be dropping down to the mid-80s by Friday as that big ridge of high pressure begins to break down, shifting away from our area. Ellensburg, 95 tomorrow, 98 sharing that same number for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 79 returning by Friday. Notice Ellensburg there looking at a small rain chance, as well as Hermiston for Wednesday and Thursday. 100 on Monday for you guys, 89 on Friday. And finally, Walla Walla triple-digit temperatures Saturday through Tuesday, 98 Wednesday, 88 by Friday.
Thanks, Hayden. We'll be right back.
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
At Bravo RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
Got old electronics lying around? Don't trash them. Recycle them with Goodwill and eCycle Washington. From laptops and tablets to TVs and monitors, your old tech can be recycled responsibly for free at participating Goodwill locations. It's all part of a joint program that keeps harmful waste out of landfills and supports jobs in your community. Clean out your clutter, help the planet. Visit GoodwillOTC.org to find a Goodwill drop-off near you.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Vance Heating and Air has been keeping Yakima homes cool since 1986. If your air conditioner needs service this summer, we'll take $86 off the cost of any AC repair. Our skilled technicians service all makes and models, and we guarantee you'll be happy when our work is complete. If your old AC is a throwback, save now on a new energy-efficient Daikin Fit system. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones. High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
The Mathematics, Engineering, Science, and Achievement team from the Pasco School District is celebrating this week. Last weekend, 8th graders from Ochoa Middle School earned first place in technical pitch and technical poster, which will earn them a spot at Nationals held in San Diego. Have an idea for the spotlight? Share it with us on social media. We'll be right back.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Overturf Kia has officially relocated to Pasco, offering faster service and a brand new state-of-the-art facility designed for maximum customer service satisfaction. Experience? Drive-in climate-controlled service entrance for comfort and convenience. Expanded service capability with top-of-the-line bays to serve you better and faster. Comprehensive parts department. Relaxing customer lounge and refreshments. Great selection of high-quality and warranty-backed certified pre-owned Kias. Larger new car inventory with over 100 vehicles in stock, including hard-to-find hybrids and EVs, all ready to drive home. Grand opening specials include a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS with all the popular options, just $23,015. Shop online anytime. Overturf Kia. south of the Road 100 roundabout on St. Thomas Drive in Pasco.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances this Labor Day at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
A flight over a former ranch, now a park in the Scablands of eastern Washington.
Cliffs of basalt tower up.
And the payoff's a beautiful waterfall.
There are 3 of them. The creek splits, forming an island.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next, E.T., the latest on the Menendez brothers' fight for freedom. Plus,
E.T.'s here.
Wow. The Bold and the Beautiful cast show off their new digs.
Let's go.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
We're out of time here at 5. We'll see you back here at 6.